Well, hello there, paper crafters and scrapbookers everywhere. Kelly Baxter-Fitzgerald here with Snips by Kelly, and I'm here to do a workshop share, actually a double take workshop share. I'm going to show you our beautiful line as you grow, two different styles, same workshop essentially, but I'm going to show you a boy version and a girl version. Now, as you grow has been available this past month, and it is available to the end of May 31st, and it's an amazing collection that can show from birth and as you grow. So, you know, when you go through those special births of your nieces and nephews, your grandchildren, your children, they have all of those milestones, right? 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. We're always so proud and happy when we have a new addition in our family. But I've also seen as you grow in so many different ways, girlfriend pages, vacation pages. So it's very versatile. But my particular take on it and my promise to my Snips by Kelly paper crafters was that I would show them the boy version and the girl version. Now you're looking at my youngest son and MJ, Zachary, and I don't often put my my personal pictures on my pages. You guys know I make thousands of pages a year, and I don't always put my personal photos on them for the public. I use every single layout that I ever create in my personal scrapbooking because I am the heart of how I came to be doing what I'm doing is because I am a memory keeper. I am a paper crafter and a scrapbooker, and I use every single one on my personal photos and as gifts. But one of the reasons I don't typically show a lot of my personal photos on my pages is because, well, certain family members of mine are very private, number one, and number two, because I don't want everyone to have predisposed notions about what can go on those pages. These pages and these collections are so versatile that you would be amazed at the different things that would be beautiful in these pages. And sometimes when people see a certain type of a photo or a certain theme, they think, oh, I like that, but I don't have photos like that. And so sometimes I like to not share my photos on them so people have an open mind and know that there is so many beautiful ways to go. So enough on that. We are looking actually at the boy version of As You Grow. And it seems funny that it's the boy version because I've actually used a lot of feminine colors in here because I opened this workshop with the maternity photos. So like I said, we had our little Waylon James, our newest grandson. We have 9 grandchildren, but our newest one from the youngest. So the maternity photos just lent themselves. There's so many colors in this collection that it really would not matter what types of photos you have. You could draw from grays and greens and pinks and mulberries and browns and even orange. You could do some orange. I'm going to show you a little later how you can tie that in. But what I did is I used the As You Grow workshop bundle that is on sale now that has this amazing stamp set in it. It has a set of circle thin cuts that take you through the halves. So you have 3-inch, 2.5-inch, 2-inch, 1.5-inch, and 1-inch, which just gives you so many great circles. And I'm going to show you what I did with some of those. It comes with some cute little wooden embellishments, and it comes with your pattern paper, of course, and some clear gems, which I did add some extra gems. I added a little cardstock, and I also added some of our gorgeous wood grain paper. I added our Picture My Life cards for As You Grow, and what I love about these is the versatility. You can completely flip them over and get completely different looks and different colors and different styles. The same thing for those of you that follow close to my heart. You know that we can do the same thing with our pattern papers. So it can lend itself to more feminine sides, neutral sides, and more masculine sides, just simply by flipping those patterns over. And that is what I wanted to do with this workshop. I didn't want to complicate it so that I had to make two different workshop guides, a girl version guide and a boy version guide. I wanted to be able to make one guide with a few simple changes to be able to show how you can make it so versatile. So this is our gorgeous wood grain paper. And back to the As You Grow papers, it is a extra large pack. Typically we get 6 patterns in our paper pack, but this one we because they are double-sided, you actually get 12. It's incredible. Let me make sure I'm right on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2 is 12. You get 12 patterns in one paper pack instead of just 6 patterns. So it's a double. It's pretty incredible. So quit talking and get on with it. So here I used the gorgeous patterns, and I used it for my son, my brand new grandson, Waylon James. And then I did a second version with my our middle daughter had a new baby. She's already 3.5, but I went back and did some of her pages, her newborn pages. So you can see the differences here. I actually made the layouts the same. I just targeted a little bit of different colors within here because of what was happening. Now this, I used the complete reverse of this pattern, and actually the yellow would have gone on both pages because I went a little more feminine on this side. If you don't have the more feminine photos, you could totally reverse and add more grays, add more of the greens, that kind of thing. But absolutely beautiful for both styles. Then I get where there's a little bit more of a distinction. This first layout had feminine qualities in both of the layouts, both the boy layout and the girl layout. But as I moved through the rest of them, there was a little bit bigger distinction, but you'll absolutely 100% be able to see that it is the same layout. So here is the boy version with my Waylon James, and you can see that I used leaves. To me, leaves can be gender neutral, but yet you have those feminine colors and masculine colors all mixed in, which allows you to go either direction. I love how it has sort of a woodland baby theme, but when you switch it up, so now you can see here with Ramsey Kate, there is, we go from Waylon, who has furs and little deer. They're very avid hunting and a fisherman family. So you can see where we have fur and we have the deer and we have the browns and we have the greens, to the very feminine of Ramsey Kate. Exactly the same layout. One little switch up here on these two patterns, and then a flip over, which is a flip over. I flipped over the pattern, and a flip over here of this particular pattern. Other than that, it is identical. Everything is the same, and you can see how feminine Ramsey's pictures are. With there's actually some lacy kind of things. There's a lot of white in her backgrounds. There's the mulberry and the pink in there, and so you can totally see the difference in the feminine. And then on the Picture My Life card side, you can see what I did. I did flips. These are just completely flipped over. Most of the cards could just be completely flipped over. Some of them I just substituted other cards that I didn't use, or little scraps of leftover paper. Again, all of these elements along here are identical, but you can see between boy and girl, it just works on both styles. All right, so let's move on here to the next one, we have Welcome Baby. So here we have the boy version, Waylon James. Lots of those woodland masculine pieces there, which I think that is so cute how Foxy can be feminine or masculine. Even on the masculine pages, there's flowers coming out of Foxy, and it just totally works for Welcome Baby. Let's take a look at the more feminine version, of course, tying in a little bit more mulberry. So I use the exact same supply list for both of these workshops. The only thing I changed is there's a little less sage and charcoal in the girl version and more mulberry in terms of cardstock. That is the only change that I made. And you can see this is a Picture My Life card from the Picture My Life card set, and this is also the flip version of that Picture My Life card, or another version. I did add a little bit of mulberry scrap cardstock behind the Welcome Baby. The Welcome Baby was fussy cut out of the Picture My Life cards. There's lots of pieces within this workshop that are cut out of Picture My Life cards, and there are lots of them that actually come from the stickers as well. But you can see how easily that works, and then using a little bit of that Picture My Life card on both of them to tie it in, doing different journaling, flipping the pattern papers over, and it totally works. Adding a different zip strip down here, substituting this zip strip for this zip strip, and these pattern papers here are just flipped over to do the girl version. Makes it so easy. And let's say you didn't want to go straight girl version or straight boy version. You just want to simply match up your the colors in your photos. Oh my goodness, how easy would that be? There are so many of them that are gender neutral that could go in either directions depending on your photos. So here I had a blast with Waylon James. He has a little crocheted fishing outfit and a little wooden fishing stick here, fishing pole, and this was so fun. So I absolutely adored all of the little outdoorsy patterns. There's little grasshoppers, there's mushrooms, there's butterflies. There are icons in here that could go with either boy or either girl. So the flip, and you can see, whoops, I have white on the back of that, but the flip of this neutral leaf color is this beautiful floral. So the back side of the leaf, I just simply flipped it over to get this gorgeous floral. Absolutely 100% changes the look of that, but it is the exact same paper, same cut, same everything. I substituted the mulberry over here instead of the charcoal right here as the base. Otherwise, all of those patterns are the same. This floral gray is the back side of the striped gray, so I use those the same. This with the more sage and mulberry look inside, this pattern is the back side of the one that has the more blues and grays in it. So those two patterns I simply flipped. And again, adding just a different strip up to the top totally changes that entire look from boy to girl. Very, very fun. I loved doing this and being able to cut both of these workshops identically, just substituting some of the sage and the charcoal with the mulberry. This one, and this is another nice thing, is if you're more into the wood grain tones, if there is a wood grain that you like better, let's say you didn't want this particular layout to be the gray wash wood grain, which I love, love, love the gray wash wood grain. And I feel like it lends itself beautifully to charcoal and greens, and it lends itself beautifully with mulberry. I absolutely love the mulberry in there. But you could do this entire layout with this type of a wood grain on the back side instead of the gray wash wood grain. If you had more colors or tones in your photos that had some oranges or some browns, or some colors that really lent itself to this wood grain, how easy would it be to just simply flip that over and use the back side? So here we have the girl version. Again, this was just a real fun one with the tags. I used the exclusive stamp set that comes in the workshop to make some cute little splotches and splatters. And the only difference in the boy and the girl is I substituted the glacier on everywhere that I stamped. I substituted the glacier for the mulberry. I kept the sage in there because the sage lent itself to both of them, and even the glacier. If you prefer the glacier, there's glacier in the girl version as well. And exactly the same layout. Did the stamping on this one with mulberry and the stamping on this one with sage. And so I did change up a few of the stickers depending on her photos, but used all of the same materials as in the boy version as in the girl version. Let's take a look at the second page of that. Same thing. This one, because I chose to use the gray wash wood grain, I did go with black and white photos, and I thought that that was really stunning. And especially next to the just the distressing and the blotching and things like that. And you can see here, I changed the pattern on the banner pieces there. I changed the pattern here. We have the green and gray checkered, and here we have the mulberry and the pinks and the oranges. Completely easy to do. We are almost there. Couple simple layouts. This one was super simple. Of course, I had 14 pages out of this workshop because those of you that know me and my Snips by Kelly paper crafters know that I like to squeak as much as possible out of each workshop. If you're going to invest in a workshop kit, I want you to be able to at least have enough inspiration to use as much of it up as possible. And what I love about this is this wood grain really draws out the colors in Waylon's photos. But then look at Ramsey's version. So my daughter has on a little bit more of a fall tone of a shirt with the oranges, but look, it totally ties into that wood grain. You have earthy tones in their outfits here that tie in with the wood grain, and then we have little Ramsey Kate's little wrap, which totally ties in with all of the cinnamon and the mulberry. And how crazy is it if your photos were greens and browns, grays, pinks, blues, all of those, you could flip these patterns to totally make those work. And then we had the little masculine love bug version. So we have the love bug over here. What I loved about this is this was fussy cut out of the Picture My Life cards there, and on the back side of that was love. So sweet love or sweet baby, and then I just did a little blinging up of that with some of those clear gems. Really super simple. And then of course you could see, and I've been forgetting to point out, those circle fin cuts being used throughout the workshop on a variety of ways. And of course I had to have an as you grow layout that showed all of the months. Now, those of you that know me know little Waylon has a little ways to go to fill his pages up because he's only 6 months old. But I love how the numbers came right in the sticker sheet. You have your thin cuts to cut circle photos, to cut backgrounds, and to cut smaller circles to accommodate all of those numbers. And I absolutely love that I could do photos of him that were just random snapshots from month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, and month 6. And anything goes. There's a hodgepodge of colors in here because you can draw those out just about anywhere. And I love that the stump and the ferns, the turtle, the ladybug, the moth, the grasshoppers, and the leaves could lend themselves easily to boys and girls. Now, the back side or the alternate for the As You Grow is Beautiful. So Beautiful is cut out of a Picture My Life card. I believe it's the backside or the alternate to As You Grow. And let me just kind of peek at that once. Yes, it is. So when you flip the As You Grow card over, Beautiful is on the back side. So I use the Beautiful on Ramsey Kate's. Of course, Ramsey Kate is 3 now, so she had plenty of photos to be able to fill up all 12 months. And here, using some of that little exclusive stamp set to put some of those cute little speckles on there. There's all kinds of circles that I didn't necessarily use on Waylon's because I have to add the milestones to his. But for Ramsey, you know, the months where she giggled or she played or she crawled or she walked or she talked or she learned, you have all of those as an option on the cute sticker sheet where you can customize it for your little. You have your numbers you can customize, you have all of their milestones that you can customize, and it's perfect. So that, my friends, is how I took 2 different takes on As You Grow, and I had a blast scrapbooking both girl version and boy version, and I hope you can see the possibilities in those and that you love those as much as I did. I absolutely adored the wood grain look especially. I feel like it's a very popular thing. You can add the wood grain with florals, you can add the wood grain to make it more masculine, and you can just simply have a blast with that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have fun with As You Grow. You can check out the girl version and the boy version and the supply lists on my blog at www.snipsbykelly.blogspot.com. And As You Grow is available on my shop site until the end of May while supplies last at www.kellyjeanbaxter.ctmh.com, and that's all in the link, so you don't have to worry about me messing up my words. It's all down there. Check it out. Thanks for hanging with me today, and have a great day. Bye.